Hello, this is Dr. Miller. What I've got right here is for my English language arts, and it's kind of a suggested schedule. We're probably off our days already, and if we don't get through all these, that's fine. I said about 60 minutes per day. It might look more like 30 or 45, and it might take us more than 3 days to get through each chapter. This is all arranged around our book. We have a bound book called Sound, Lights, and Theater, and it has 6 different chapters in it. So each chapter is designed to take 3, 4, and maybe even 5 days. It depends upon your schedule and what your student wants to do. I'm going to go through each of these day 1, 2, and 3 activities. They're pretty much the same for each chapter. They just might have different words, but all the different activities are the same. Do you have to do all these activities in this order? No, you don't. Do you have to do them all on the same day? Not necessarily. But let me just show you what each thing is. Day 1 has standard sheet A. So what that is inside your yellow packet you will find a standards connection sheet A. Okay? All we're using this sheet for is this very first question. It shows a book. What is the title of this chapter? This is something we've been doing in class a while. So we look at this book. This is the title of the book, but to find the title of the chapter, we'll want to go to either the table of contents or to the very first chapter. And if we have that there, we're going to write, just copy, the sound waves of music. Kids can do that independent. Whoops, didn't quite see that well. Sound waves of music. Okay. Once they've done that, they can erase it and put this away, and they can go ahead and check mark off that they are done with that particular item. The next thing it says is verbs. Okay, we're also going to be looking at the verbs that are in each of these books. So the verbs are here on a sheet inside your folder. They're called the COM boards. Okay, again, it's the same title, the sound waves of music, and these pink or purple words are verbs. For example, play or make or watch or move. Okay. Later on, we'll be looking at the blue ones, which are descriptor words, and then yellow words are nouns. So we'll do each one of these per day during the week. Don't do them all at once. So it says, cut out the pink COM board words and highlight them in the chapter, and then put the words in a baggie. I'm hoping I gave you extra baggies. If not, I'm hoping you can find one. Okay, so it says I need to find in my chapter the words play, make, watch, move, hear, vibrate, push, send. So I'm going to go ahead and get out my highlighter. That's why I gave you highlighters. And we're just going to find the words. Play. Oh, here's play. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight play. Okay. Next, there's another play. And we can turn the page. And if we go to this page, oh, there's the word play again. Of course, it always matches the picture. I don't see any plays on this page. I don't see any plays on this page. I'm going fast, so your student might take a little longer, and that's okay. I don't see any plays on this page. Okay, so I might have run out of plays. We'll do that for the rest of the book, or for the rest of that chapter. Okay, then we'll go to our next word. The word is make. Okay, we've done this word before. It shows the person making something with a hammer. So make. Okay, I'm looking for, oh, there's the word make. I'm going to highlight that. see the word make there. Oh, here's the word make again. And we go throughout the chapter finding those words. Okay. Okay, here is the word watch. We do the same thing. Looking for watch. Don't see watch on the first page. But here we see it on the next page. So we'll highlight watch. Okay, and you do this for all of the pink words that are in the chapter. You're going to highlight every single one of them. And one thing that if you need to fill up some time, because I know some of your students want to fill up some time, you can go ahead and write the words that you highlight right in the margins at least one time. So I'm just going to write the word watch right there and the word play right there. So you can write each word there. Okay. So on the so then you would be done with that activity. Okay. So I can put a check mark next there. Then we have a vocab matching game. Okay, this is a matching game that a lot of the students like to play. Just like memory match, what you do is you take the cards. This one says word definition cards, which is the big cards. So that's these word definition cards. Everybody has enjoyed this game. It will need to be played with an adult or sibling. And you'll see that the words and the definitions match up, so the pictures match up. Okay, so as we first start learning the words, we're going to see by matching the pictures, and the other person that's playing with this will need to say the word and read the definition. Okay, and eventually the students will get this pretty good. So we put a bunch down, so I'm going to put some down. Okay, and so like any matching game, if it's my turn, I turn one over, I read it low. You might need to read it for them first. And I turn the next one over. It's not a match. As the adult or the sibling, I'm going to write a sound that is low and quiet. Whoop, you can't see that. A sound that is low and quiet. That's not a match, so it's the other person's turn. So then person number one goes ahead and plays, and they turn over two of them, and it says high, the pitch of a fast moving sound wave. And look, there's a match, so they get to pick those, set them off the side, and then they get to go again, so they would pick again. This word is soft. It has a speaker that doesn't have much and an arrow down. Guess what? I turned over the other card. A sound that is low and quiet, they're matched, so there's a match. And we play until all the cards are picked up, and then whoever has the most cards is the winner. So this is how we play the match game with both the word definition cards and then the high frequency cards that we might have. Then the next thing that is on this list is write. Pick one choice from the Tic Tac Toe sheet. The Tic Tac Toe sheet is on the other side of the read, write, sight words. So we're going to turn that over. And it gives us a number of options that we can do. I don't care which one you pick, and I don't care if that's the one you want to use all the time. So a lot of times the kids will just pick write the words 3 times each. And then these are the words that they're going to write 3 times each, right there. Okay? And then each day, I also want you to go ahead and do the listen to the story. That's when I said read aloud story. Listen to the story that I've recorded. And on day 2 and day 3, I want you to also listen to the story, but then read it aloud with me. On day 2 and day 3, there's a second recording where I go a little faster and I'm not asking questions. Okay? Now for day 2 and day 3, it's pretty much this similar things. We're not going to do standard sheet B or standard sheet C right now. We can maybe add that later, but I think we've got enough stuff here to begin with. We have cutting out the blue cards on day 2. Day 3, we're cutting out the yellow cards, okay? After the first day, if we do one matching game for word definition cards, then we're going to do a matching game for high frequency cards, okay? And on the third day, after we've read the story, probably 3 days in a row, or maybe 4 days in a row, depending what you're doing, then we're going to go ahead and do our comprehension pages. So let me show you what those are like. In your packet on the side, we have answers right here, and the students will need to take out their scissors. They should have a scissors inside of their bin. And go ahead and cut out the big ones. You will not need the rest of these, okay? So I'm going to cross those out. You're just going to cut out the big ones. Vibrate, noise, ear, sound waves, and air, okay? And then you're going to figure out which one should go in the right spot here. So there's 5 questions on our comprehension quiz, okay? So how does the guitar make whatever? Now here's the thing, you do not as a parent have to be there for this, okay? Because what they can do is, and they've done this in class, they can take their book and look, because each of these sentences comes exactly from the book. In fact, if we look at our book, The Sound Waves of Music, and we go to the very first page of it, the very bottom sentence says, how does the guitar make noise? So all the student has to do is match this up. How does the guitar make noise? So then we would cut this one out, use our glue stick, and glue it right here. We do that for the next few questions. And I'd like you to save these sheets, that way I can record some progress. So just save them and put them in your folder if you can. Then there's one last page that the kids like to do. It's what is this chapter about, and they get 3 choices, and they do quite well on these, so let them fill this out. Okay, so that is basically all that is in the English Language Arts suggested schedule. There's enough activities probably to get through a whole week just in chapter 1. So if you do 1 chapter a week, that's fine. If you have time and cram it in and get all this stuff done in 3 days, that's fine. The more time you spend reading it, listening to the story, and doing activities, and the repetition, the kids will learn better. So I hope this introduction video to all the English Language Arts helps. Again, I am available if you have any questions. Please email me or send me a text or phone call. I wish you well. Thank you.